Hey guys. So my family wanted me to really start doing this whole makeup thing to show people because I've gotten so many requests to do it. I'm not that good, okay? I'm old, I'm bored. My friends, I have friends that are estheticians and makeup artists that I'm just like, these people are the ones that should be doing it. But I've got nothing else to do, so strap in. Today I'm doing a look that I kind of want to do on my baby sister because her complexion is a lot more fair. But the one, or not fair, more olive. I'm more fair than my entire family. What I find the most important before I do pretty much any kind of makeup work is moisturization. I just use Neutrogena. I see a lot of people use Elemis and things like that. Those are, yeah, they're not Baker money. Like, I don't have that money to spend on something that you go through in about 2 to 3 months. Like, every 2 to 3 months, spending that much money, I couldn't do it. If you do, though, get it, because I hear it's amazing. But Neutrogena, the hydrogel is just as good. An esthetician friend said one time to put on your makeup and your foundation and everything like that in the opposite way of gravity, because gravity doesn't need help working. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So I use the Hydro Boost serum, then the eye cream, and now just an all over cream. This also has SPF in it. It's, again, Hydro Boost. This is because I don't usually wear sunscreen because I don't burn that easily unless I'm in a tanning booth, which I'll never do again. But let's see. Yeah, this is just extra dry skin because that's what I have. I'm going to let that set for a little bit. I'm doing, it doesn't really matter where most people start. Some people just have a preference. Some people have a preference in doing their eye makeup first and then doing their face makeup. I'm going to do my face makeup first just because it's easier for me. It kind of depends on what do you want to do, you know? This is all about creativity. So, let's see. I have some color correction that I need to do. Obviously, you can see I am getting older. My birthday is actually on Monday. Totally forgot. I think after 25, you're just like, okay. everything just flies by after that. I'm going to go ahead and use what's called Angel Veil. It's by NYX. It's a primer. I put on primer just to kind of help hide the pores that I'm getting. I got a lot of cool things from my dad's side, like, you know, sinus tachycardia, probably my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, and then he graciously gave me his wide set pores as well. He is a giver, and I love him because he's just such a goofy person. You know, you just have like one of those goofy people in your life that you just love. Like, you wouldn't be able to stand life without him. That's kind of how my daddy is. Like, I can call him and be like, tell him the dirtiest joke, and he'll just be like, Stephanie, but you're my dad and you did that, so. Color correction. Let's get back to what we were doing. Color correction is like where I have all of these like imperfections, what people deem as imperfections. Green goes over red, it neutralizes the color. That's the easiest that I could explain that. Now, this is just the BH color corrector. I use none of these shades unless I'm cutting a brow. So if you really just want color correctors, you can find ones that are only these shades to my left, to your right. Because this orange that's going underneath the eye should be a little bit more red than what it is. This is more of an orange color, and I don't I would look for a deeper red next time. It's a good product. It goes on easily. It's not cakey. It doesn't like sink into pores or anything like that. But it really just isn't the appropriate shade of red that needs to be on my skin tone. Because I'm white. I'm so white. I'm like everything that I do. I'm just kidding. After color correction, I go ahead and I go in with, God, I don't have my glasses on. That's how old I am, guys. I can't read this without my glasses. I use Juvia's Place. I'm trying to get the, this is in color Bali, 720. Cool about Juvia's Place, they put, black tones, people of color, they put their colors first. Usually it starts with the whitest of white is one. And then you have to go all the way down the row to get to people of color colors. Theirs are right there in the very front, and it gives me life because it shows the diversity that they're sharing. Of course, I've already dampened my beauty sponge. I didn't do that for a really long time, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. Also, you're going to hear a lot of cussing if you're on my channel. I'll do it, and it really does make a difference. It's not as hard to apply. And with the Juvia's Place, you really, like, that's all I'm going to use. And even that's probably a bit too much. And it comes in this. And I bought this like 4 months, well, not 4 months ago. Well, no, yeah, probably 4 months ago, yeah. And then I just dot it all over. I don't know why I do that. That's just something I've always done. I think it's to kind of show me like how much is on there and not to forget about the places that sometimes you just forget about. Like a lot of people go in heavy on like the forehead and everything like that, and then and then they forget about other things. So I like doing it everywhere, and then you start to blend. I'm hoping that I can figure out how to edit this video so that this part goes in fast forward, because I doubt that you guys want to hear me talk for, I think this will take me like 3 minutes on end, but whatever. How did I get into, people had asked me how I got into makeup. I actually loved makeup back in high school. It took me a very long time to learn how to do it. When I say that all of my oldest friends are either cosmetologists or estheticians, they are literally all cosmetologists and estheticians. Like, they might be watching me going, oh, what is she doing? And I'm just going to be like, bitch, this is what I'm doing. And they all own their own businesses. I'm so freaking proud of them. I can't wait for this quarantine to open because local businesses right now are really suffering. There's really no way around that feeling that everybody's just suffering right now. But remember that when you go back, when things open up, these people, my friends, they haven't had income in however long it's going to take for the stay-at-home order to be done. And I don't know about you, but we've been shelter in place since, I think, March, and it's now May. This is Morphe. This is the only concealer that I have found that is like worthy of using because you can still see my circles. This is in color. This is like the whitest tone that they have because I also use it as a highlight. I don't remember where I put my glasses. There they are. It's funny. You get older, you get dementia too. It says C1. See? Because it's white. It started at the first one. I do like a weird pagan triangle. No, I'm just kidding. I just do the little triangle on the top. And then remember that this is also your highlight. So you drag it down the nose. I put it here. I do have laugh lines. I think those are the best wrinkles that I have because it shows like how much I've laughed. I used to have a really big problem with wrinkles. Now I kind of just think that they're cool. Like those are the things that show you that you've been through what you've been through. Doesn't mean that I'm not going to hide them if I'm doing a glam look, though. I can't wait to be like 65 and hopefully still doing this, you know? Like really trying to find my calling. Besides listening to gangster rap and annoying my children, like I'm sure that I am meant for so much more than that. How are you guys? Like, I'm sitting here just talking about myself. I really am curious, like, how are my friends holding up? Because I love you all so much. I did have to remove my presence from Facebook because people were being so... I'll tell you what, if you're having a bad time right now, if you just can't seem to get motivated or anything, if you hear that whining, that is my seal of a dog. That's Bandit. But like, if you're having stimulus overload, anything like that, delete Facebook. Holy crap, set aside a time that you can go back onto it. It is one of the most amazing boundaries that you can set. My mom had been begging me for like, not begging me. She would just like, anytime I called her and I said, Mom, I'm really upset. She'd be like, delete Facebook, delete Facebook, delete Facebook. But I didn't want to because memes, I mean, hello. And although that's valid because it's fun, it was really just destroying me inside. So if you're having a problem like that, just wipe it out completely. Because it's not, sis or bro, it ain't worth it. This is one of my, I kept seeing it all over beauty channels and I was like, what is this? This is Hoola. It's by Benefit. And this is their contour, and it comes with its own little brush, and I think it's super cute. But today I think I'm going to go ahead and just use my own little brush on it. I don't have an angled brush right now because it broke. But I'm going to go ahead and carve out my cheekbones because as we can all see, I am a bigger lady. And sometimes bigger ladies like to have visible cheekbones. I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. I don't really... Sometimes my thoughts don't finish. And also, it's like a random Sunday morning, like, all I'm doing later is literally going, probably taking the kids for a walk, the dogs for a walk, just to get outside. Of course, like, when we're outside and doing stuff, it's so weird to see other people. Have you done that yet? Have you gone outside and, like, seen other people and been like, this is weird? Like, actually having to go for a walk, and we've been advised by the CDC to cross the street when people are coming near us because we are told that, I mean, you have to assume that everybody's positive for COVID. And since I have three chronic illnesses. I have POTS, which is an autonomic nerve disorder. My heart hates me, essentially. My nervous system hates me, not my heart. My heart's actually completely healthy, which was, gosh, such a relief. But with POTS and then my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which is actually a syndrome of ligaments, so it can cause aneurysms. Thankfully, I have no aneurysms that are in, danger of rupturing, I think is what they called it. There's no danger of rupture in my brain. That doesn't mean that it's not, other places, but again, that's not really a bad way to go. Like, comparatively to what my family has gone through when they pass away. So I'm not too worried about it, I don't think. I got kind of morbid. But anyways, yeah, I have those 3 chronic illnesses, the Ehlers-Danlos, the POTS, and then, of course, I have PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome, and then POTS is postural orthostatic tachycardic syndrome. And it's really, it's hard. Like, what are you supposed to do? Can't get rid of it. So what do? You drink a lot of sodium and you wear compression socks because those are so sexy. I'm going to go out. I'm just taking my blend out. I don't want harsh lines when it comes to contour, except for probably right here. And I'm going to do that with our translucent powder. But this should just all be pretty congruent with each other. I'm a BHO. They have so much good stuff. This is their blush. It's kind of dark, but I also spent money for it. So I'm like, we're going to keep using this. Finding the cheeks. The apples. Those are the apples right there. That's what everybody's talking about when you smile. I can't fake smile. Like, that just looks scary. I don't know. And then from the apples of your cheek, pulling it out. Sometimes I pull it up just to kind of make it look like I just got done running. Make me look healthier. See, there's our real smile. And it's really weird when you have full coverage on and it gets on your lips. Like, that's just weird, right? Listen to my dog. She's such a seal. Like, seriously, she looks like a land seal. Aww. She's already eaten. She's been outside. She is just something else. Seriously, you would love her, though. Unless you're allergic to dogs. Or have something against pit bulls. So as I was going over, I noticed that I didn't like that this wasn't going into the eye. So we're just going to draw that down. Just where the eyebrow meets. Do you see that I have this huge bump on my nose? I'm trying to make my nose appear straighter. It does go to the side, and there is a quite large bump there. I don't know why. I've never broken my nose. I took an ancestry DNA test, and I am Israelite Jew, and some of our noses are very similar when I did a quick, research on it. So I'm wondering if that's where it came from, but no, my nose was not broken. I'm not a scrapper. I don't fight. I'm a big hippie. Oh, my dog just farted. It's horrible. Maybelline. This is just Fix It. What is this called? Master Fix. It fills in so many of my pores that I just absolutely love it. I'm going to take the undamp part of my brush, which is just, I just leave the flat. You can also do this with like a brush or, whatever, the wet side. I just don't like how the wet holds on to the product. Get the side of your nose. If you have a larger nose like I do, kind of concealing it and making it look smaller, that's right there on that spot. She is being so ridiculous. And then right where you put your concealer. This is kind of the bigger part. And I always feel like I've snorted cocaine after I'm done using this. I'm like, but I swear it's just highlighting powder, translucent powder, setting powder, which is something that actually goes back quite a long way. And they were in, setting powder has been in tutorials to do makeup since the 50s. Only then it was made out of talc, I believe. Something extremely poisonous. Let's just keep rubbing this in our skin. And you're just like, honey, baby, no. Just getting rid of some of the clutter here. I've got a lot of brushes. And I'm trying to find the brush that I set aside. There it is. Okay, so everybody asked me a lot about eyebrows. Calm them down first. This is something that I did in theater. That's something that my friend Jenna taught me. Dip Brow. BH Dip Brow. This is in a brown auburn color. And you see where that arch is that you can't really see until you put something on there? That's what we brushed it down for, so we can fill that in as much as possible. This dog, Bandit, what is wrong with you? Now she's gonna be quiet because I said her name. I've never seen a dog more motivated by food. Bandit's actually a service animal. She wakes me up when I am having a night terror, and has literally saved my life. She's pulled me out of stores while I was having what I thought was a panic attack. And it turns out that a lot of the panic attacks that I was having were actually my POTS syndrome. Because, your heart rate skyrockets with any kind of exercise, which is fun because, like, I was an avid runner. I like to power lift a lot. Like, I loved going to arm days, and if Candace is watching this, I hope she is. But Candace, anytime I went to arm day, she was like, I want to go. And then, like, immediately after, she'd be like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So no, like, you can live like a completely healthy lifestyle. I was a vegan, feeling really good. And I don't know what happened. They're assuming that a stressor that happened in July set off the POTS for its first round. And then I was sitting there one day and I got a sinus infection really bad. I haven't had a sinus infection since I smoked cigarettes. Seriously, quitting smoking was one of the best things for me. I had so much more time and so much more money. But, like, I hadn't had a sinus infection in that long. See how much different that brow is than this brow? That's the only thing that makes me angry about this. So now I have to go back and draw this out. Your brows aren't supposed to be, like, twins, but hopefully, like, at least cousins. You don't want to be, like, really surprised and then just kind of confused on the other side. Because I don't have symmetrical eyes anyways. This one droops. But yeah, it was really weird. And then I got a sinus infection. I remember sitting there. My mother-in-law had come to stay with us for one day. My mother-in-law is amazing. You guys can be jealous. But she had come to stay with us. And I remember just getting very ill, not feeling well. It was around Christmas time. And I said, I'm going downstairs. I'm just not feeling it right now. And then we went, I'm putting on Tattoo Studio, Maybelline Brow. And I was just like, I just don't feel good. I don't know what's going on. Bandit. Knock it off. And the next day we went to my mom and dad's house for Christmas. It was for Christmas. And I just did not feel well. I sat on a couch the entire time. My heart was racing. We went into the doctor's office, I think on Monday. No, it had to have been later than that. But we went to the doctor's office later that week, and I told the doctor, because I was extremely, suicidal, because I didn't know what was going on. They kept telling me it was in my brain, but, like, I know what anxiety feels like. I've had anxiety attacks, and that's not what this was, sis. And you sit there and you tell them that, but I was just like, I don't know what to do. It had to have been on a Wednesday that we went. So Thursday, so I asked for azithromycin, because that really helps get rid of all of the crap that I get. And lo and behold, if you have sinus tachycardia, which I have, go ahead and just start brushing this away. And it's such a fun little thing. But if you have sinus tachycardia, you shouldn't be placed onto the azithromycin. It can cause further sinus tach. So, which just means a very rapid heart rate, and it's extremely uncomfortable. I was laying down in the bed with my husband trying to take a nap. Nothing fun, but I was feeling like crap, and my heart rate went up to 170 while I was laying down. We had to call the ambulance. We had no idea. I had to stay in the hospital for some time. They thought I had an aneurysm that was ready to pop. Like, it was... Like, when you talk about scary, like, that's scary. I'm 34. I have 2 young children. One of the children is special needs. So, like, you don't want to leave that. And my job is what pays for our insurance and everything like that. And I'm the breadwinner. So being out of work really isn't an option. So that really, it was just such a scary time. But they were able to perform an echocardiogram. Again, this is just a primer. Again, Milani and BH Horror, they're cheaper, but they're not cheaper product. And just gonna prime the eyes. And I'll probably only do eye looks next time because it takes so long to put on the face and then the eyes. And I can't imagine that you guys are still entertained right now. Because I would not be, I don't think. Actually, I probably would be because I'm talking about PTSD and POTS and all that, but not the average person. We live in a world of such instant gratification. I was talking to my husband about that. I was like, that's why I like cleaning bathrooms. And that's why I liked mowing. I can no longer mow anymore because of the cardiac stress that it puts on there, on the heart and on the nervous system. So like I can walk, but I can't like jog or anything like that. But anyway, so I love doing that because it's instant gratification. Like as soon as you cut that grass, you can see that it's cut and you're just like, yes. Okay. It would be so funny if I lost the palette I was going to use. Or super annoying, but I didn't. It's here. Like I said, I wanted to do a look that was for my siblings or the sibling that wants me to do this, and then my parents, and they really like it when it's more natural. So I am going in with the Jacklyn Hill palette and kind of creating like a very soft glam. And I am using, oh, this is funny, swipe to unlock. That's weird. There we go. There we go. I'm using an inspiration board that I saw. It doesn't give me her name, this artist's name, and that's what's really sad about it because I want to give her credit, but this is the look that I'm going to go for. I hope you can see that. I think it's from styleandpretty.ru. Her looks are amazing and I love them all. So my favorite color in here is actually gonna be the one that we're gonna put in the crease very first. Remember that we're building color. Now this is going to be this nice buttery yellow color almost, and tap that out and just start applying. I go a little bit above the crease just to kind of give it a, I have hooded eyes, so I like to increase my eyelid size quite a bit. There we go. And again, it's a buildable product, so you're going to go in one more time. Look how gorgeous that color is. Like, and you can keep building it. Like, don't rush into a process. You have to trust a process, right? This is all a process. Let's go ahead and start building the other side. Again, this eye is droopier, so it kind of looks funny. But that's okay. Right? Bandit. It's enough. Now she's just being a heavy breather. There's so many looks that can be created with this palette. I love it. Oh, highlight is easy. Okay. I'm going to take a tinier brush because I'm going to do the highlight on the brow bone. So I'm just going to take this little angled brush. Like I said, I'm not an esthetician. I didn't go to school, so I don't really know what everything is. We're going to go to the one that's in the very middle, right here. And soften up the edges of this. You know what I love about palettes? It's not really about the colors, it's about how they blend together. And this blends like a dream. But yeah, this just blends right out onto this. And it's just to soften it. You know, a lot of it is to soften those creases. Bandit. You know the cool part? You can go back in and blend anything out that you need to. And then for the highlight, we're going to be using this color, which is my favorite color to highlight with anyway. So, bonus. And that just goes along the brow bone. It extends the brow bone. And then I brush it down and swirl it out. I don't know why that changes the look of something. Highlights. It's delicious though. Have you ever looked at makeup and gone, man, that's delicious? I have. There's this beautiful burgundy color that I love. Where's it at? This color. It's just delicious. That's just a delicious color. So this is when it starts to get fun. So this is when we start to mix everything up. So 5 and 6, these are going to be, and these are all, she does hers all color coded, so it's a lot easier. So it's not, it's here, over 2, up. It's these 2 colors that we're going in for the corner of my eye. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of that brown on there. And you're gonna see why. Because what they're doing is to make it, they want it to shimmer. Which is why this shimmer color is coming in. Shimmer colors you do have to push down on a little bit more. Usually in any palette. There. But they leave like this cool little glow that I am all for. Four is going to be down here. And we are putting 4 right here. I'm not sure if it's showing up on the screen, but this is actually kind of a green color, which is going to draw the whole look in. I'll take another brush. All that. Clean these puppies. This is a 7 and a 6. So what I just did with 4, so this really dark color, I'm going to go over with this shimmer right here. This shimmer is very pretty. Let me read this. Yes. So this shimmer is super pretty. Okay. And I'm going to apply it right over that mess. Trust the process. I know it looks ridiculous right now. Now I'm going in with one of my favorite colors, which is going to be number 8. And that's going over all of that. You see how that just changes in like the most subtle of ways? I love that. And then just kind of move it. I'm going to draw mine out a little bit. This doesn't call for eyeliner. I probably am not going to use any. I don't know. I usually don't know until I'm done what I'm going to do. Is anybody else like that? I'm sure that there are. I'm just like, So we're going in with 3. It's a little bit darker. I'm going to use a smaller brush. Because what we're doing is we're going in and, well, a brush that I can have more control over. We're going in and kind of darkening the outer V, which is kind of super important to create that shadowed, intense look. And going into the under eye a little bit with it, because now I'm going rogue. Again, just accentuate the outside crease. Everybody says the outside V. This is what they're talking about right here. I'm sure you can hear all the dogs snoring in my home right now. It's got to be super not distracting. And I just love this color so much that we're going to go in underneath and just put it here. Draw it out. I don't like how that turned out, so we're going to go back over it. So much fun. I'm really just playing now. Sorry. I know I should probably be showing you guys some different tricks, but I just love to play. Adding a touch of highlight to the inner corner of your eyes. People are like, why do you do that? Because it makes your eye look more open. That's why. I have no tricks for this. This is when actual makeup artist comes in. Bandit. She is ridiculous. Now we have fallout and debris that we have to take care of. A lot of palettes have fallout. This isn't weird. This isn't, I wouldn't say this isn't bad fallout. Sometimes fallout is just ridiculous. That is not how this is. I'm taking that nice buttery yellow back over. On both sides, just because it's so cute, and then I want to blend this up into it. And then I'm going to add a little bit more blue. Cute. That's all taken care of. So I'm going to shut her and put her back. It was fun. Some people are going to be watching this like, geez, get over it, lady. again is by BH. It's just a colored eye pencil, and I love doing it for looks where I use blue, because you can't really use blue on like a normal day, I don't feel. I mean, I do, but a lot of people think that it's too out of the norm. It's not as natural. There we go. The tip of my nose. Rid of that. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do any eyeliner. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. I'm usually an eyeliner whore, but I found more as my skin ages and as I age, which apparently only happens, you know, to the body and not your personality. But as my skin ages, it's not holding eyeliner the same way. And I'm gonna go in with Stellar Lash by BH Cosmetics. Again, just a great product that works. There's a mascara that I really love by Too Faced, and it's called Better Than Sex, and I tend to use this over my waterproof Better Than Sex because it's just, the waterproof proved to be kind of icky. This dog is still crying. It's ridiculous. There's somebody crawling down my stairs. Somebody's crawling down my stairs.
Sorry, I was just trying to let her out.
Oh, you're fine. She's been really loud.
Yeah, I know. I just heard her. Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine. That was my husband. He takes care of me. I double dose on this. This is why we can't have nice things. Because of my doggies. Now, my favorite part of the entire day. This is the Northern Lights highlighter set. Again, Jeffree Star, blah, blah, blah. How much do you know? I'm going to go in with Frozen Gold. It's just this gold color right here. It seems to work on my skin tone. So it is thawed out, things like that. The cool thing is about when you get a highlighter palette, it gives you a bunch of like different choices. The bad part is that like at least 3 of those choices just aren't going to work the way that you want them to. Look at that. Ooh, shiny. Also, a lot of people stopped using fans for putting on highlight. This is the way that I like to do it. Maybe I'm weird. I probably am. But a lot have gone to like smaller brushes so that they can keep the highlight in more specific areas. I don't really care. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Remember, this isn't my everyday thing. I'm not going to do this every day. Please. People, I've had people ask, you do this every day? No. This is just a lip velour. I forget what it's called. Something Parts. Doll Parts. Again, by Jeffree Star. He has the best lip velours I've tried. Ever. My Cupid's bow is so big. I have to go in and draw it first. It's ridiculous. That I get from my mom. This will literally be on all day. That's how good this is. Again, I didn't do an ombre or anything to make it look, my lips look bigger. I'll probably do that at some point, but not today. I am going to put some gloss over this though, just to make it a little bit more shiny. That's kind of what's in trend right now, right? So that's just a Milani gloss. They call it a plumper. It doesn't do anything to me. It doesn't even tingle really, and other people put it on. They're like, oh, my lips are on fire. And I'm like, no, you're fine. You're good. There we go. Setting spray, Make It Dewy by Milani. And that's it. I say that's it. It's a 50-minute video. That's it. That's all. But that's all that's required right now, and it's okay. I'm gonna go and curl my hair, dry it, curl it, do all that. But thanks for watching. I hope that at least part of this was fun. I kind of look like a drag queen a little bit. Fun! Talk to you guys later.